Hey guys, with Season 4 of Halo Infinite, we've received a ton of Forge content in the form of the Squad Battle playlist or even Husky Raid. Halo Infinite is finally at the spot where community-made content can be brought to the game at a very fast pace, and this has been the case ever since the release of Season 4, and that has been nothing but good for the game. Majority of Halo fans do agree with that statement. However, I have been seeing lately some Halo fans make comments that 343 aren't doing any work whatsoever on these community-made maps that get into matchmaking, and I've also seen Halo fans say that that shouldn't be counted as content because 343 didn't make it themselves, and to be honest, I couldn't disagree more. Of course, it goes without saying that the credit for the actual maps themselves go to the forgers. They've all done a fantastic job, and if a forger did get their map into matchmaking, they deserve the praise. But to say that 343 had no input whatsoever just doesn't make sense. Besides having to make the forge mode itself, 343 have to communicate with the creators of the maps to make sure that those maps are ready for matchmaking. So 343 would usually have to help with the balancing on the map. Sometimes they'd have to adjust the scaling, and that could be tedious to do as they have to ensure it works with Halo Infinite's movement, and it could even be something as small as 343 just giving advice on what should be added to the map or taken away from the map to make it work. But the most important thing 343 need to do is check for bugs and any issues. They cannot release the map to the public if there are issues or things plaguing the map, as it doesn't matter how pretty a map looks, if there's bugs and issues like that, that can totally ruin the experience for all the players. And then from that, the forgers would take on the advice, add those changes to the maps, and then 343 would put it into a matchmaking playlist like Squad Battle or the Husky Raid playlist. With that said, those aren't the only community-made playlists that we've seen since Season 4's launch. We've seen a bunch of community maps go into community doubles, and really every single playlist has gotten new Forge maps this season besides BTB. And that in and of itself has been a major change since Season 3, Season 2, and really most of last year for this game. 343 may not have made the maps themselves, but in terms of content and new maps, it absolutely counts. And community content has always been a core part of Halo, and to see some Halo fans say that it doesn't matter and that Halo Infinite shouldn't be counting fan-made content is just ridiculous. What's also really good is that 343 have the added incentive for forgers to try and get their maps into matchmaking by giving them the Master Builder coating and visor, and both of these together look really nice, and that really helps give those forgers a sense of prestige. The great thing is that anybody can get their map into matchmaking, and with the way the game is going, especially heading into Season 5, we're just going to continue seeing more and more forge content coming into matchmaking, and I think that's awesome. It goes without saying that dev-made content will always be the most important thing for the game, but I see no issue with a bunch of community-made content coming to the game and classifying that as content, because for every single Halo game in the past, that has been the case, and it would make zero sense to not do the same for Halo Infinite. I want to know your thoughts on this, guys. If you agree with how I'm feeling, please do drop a like on the video. I'll be very curious to see what you guys are saying in the comments below. If you guys want to support me that little bit extra, please do consider subscribing. It's free, and it's the best way you can support me. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.